What's up, everybody? Welcome to my review of the Fusion Raider by Dynamic Discs. Big thank you to Dynamic Discs for sponsoring this video. They're one of my oldest sponsors. They've been around forever. They've hooked me up with a ton of great plastic, and I really appreciate being able to continue to work with them. Thank you so much to them. DynamicDiscs.com is the website. You guys know it. Go check it out. They got all the great plastic on there from DD, Westside, Latitude, all the bags, all the carts, all the baskets, everything you need. Go check them out. Tell them I sent you. Thanks to all you guys for watching. Let's get into the review of the Raider. So, Raider Fusion, I love the way this plastic looks and feels. This beautiful like bubblegum pink is just like almost ideal color for a golf disc. It stands out beautifully amongst all backgrounds and will make it very easy to locate this disc out there on the course. And if you have a big arm, you're going to like that because it's going to get far away from where you're standing when you throw it. 175 gram full max weight on this disc. The Fusion plastic feels tremendous. It's a little bit flexible, super grippy, and digs in under the thumb. I love the feel of this disc. The second I got it out of the box and started handling it, I'm like, man, that feels tremendous. Love it. No issues there. This one doesn't really have much of a dome to it, nor is it super flat. It'll pop a little bit. Yeah, it's got a little pop to it, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's like a pop-top dome or anything like that. Taking a look at the rim profile, definitely somewhat reminiscent of other 12-speed discs that we've seen hit the market. Most notably, of course, the Star Destroyer, which is still the #1 distance driver, and I believe the #1 disc overall in terms of sales on the market. This is the Ricky Star Destroyer, 12.5, -1, and 3, so slightly more in terms of turn, according to the flight numbers at least, and here is your side-by-side. So there's definitely some slight differences there, but they're pretty similar overall, as you might expect. And the Ricky Destroyer has a similar feel, honestly. It's not like that different. You know, having my eyes closed, can I tell the difference between these if you handed them to me? Probably, but just because the Raider, it feels a little bit deeper maybe. It's just like the rim has a little bit more bulk to it in my hand, or at least that's the way it kind of feels. Let's also put it up next to the Kong when I got it. Now it's the Zeus. Same flight numbers as the Destroyer, and also going to be quite similar to the Raider. Eventually, it would probably be smart for me to do a video comparing all three of these, but I'm not sure because I might not be able to. I might not have them all in stock for that long, but maybe we'll have the time to make that happen. Stay tuned and we'll see what we can do. Love the feel of this disc. It's probably my favorite out of the three in terms of feel. It's just like I love the way the rim sits in my hand, and I love this grippy, flexible Fusion plastic. No problems there at all. So let's talk about the flight of this thing. This thing's overstable, guys. If you don't have a big arm, you're not going to throw it super far. Like, I don't get this thing out there terribly far at all, but I also don't necessarily feel as though these type of discs are best suited to a player like me. That's why I throw more understable stuff. Like a Trespass from DD is a much farther flying disc than the Raider for me personally, just based on my throwing style and my lack of arm speed. I also tend to throw in my own personal bag. As many of you know, I throw the Thrasher for my distance driver because it's a more understable disc and I can get more of a flight out of it. Where the Raider excels is when you get it up to speed, it absolutely crushes. You're going to see Connor throwing this thing out there in the field, and he was bombing this disc. Easy, just stand up and go, and it would just fly super far, big glide, big speed, and it would hook up. It's considered slightly faster than the Destroyer and the Paul Macbeth Zeus, you know, as a speed 13, but I don't really notice that much of a difference in terms of speed, but this thing definitely gets out there. I would say it's definitely more overstable than this particular Zeus that I just showed you and that particular Ricky Destroyer. They're both a little bit lighter weight. The pop-top Zeus that I tested, much more similar to the Raider in flight because it was much more overstable. So the Raider, definitely an overstable disc for me. It's something I could throw into the wind. I can throw it as hard as I want to. It won't turn over, and it starts to hook up pretty quickly into the flight. But if you have the arm speed and the power to get this thing up into speed, it's going to crush. And it's still nice and consistent. You can throw it hard and you don't have to worry about it veering and flipping over accidentally. Maybe the top arms would have to worry about that, but if you're like an advanced level player, you're going to crush shots with the Raider, and I think you're really going to like this disc. Not recommended for beginners by any means. Stay away from this disc until you know what you're doing with your throw, or else it might create all kinds of weird habits and forced over flex shots and stuff to try to get it to fly, because you're just not getting it up to speed. It's designed for more advanced players that throw with power, throw with speed, and can maximize that 13 speed range of this disc. If you do that, you're going to get a big flight. You can flex it, you can throw it on just really long shots, really long hyzers, and it's a great flyer. That is my review on the Raider. Thank you so much for watching. I'll check you all very soon. All right, cheers. Thank you so much for watching, and big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. If you would like to see your name listed in the credits of all of my videos, go to patreon.com/discgolfnerd.